Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Local Men #1. This is a new series from Image Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is created and written by Tim SEELEY and TONY FLEECS, with some art by TONY FLEECS and colors by Brad Simpson. And we also have some art by Tim SEELEY, with colors by Felipe Sobrero. I don't think I have any previews of the SEELEY art that you see in the back of the book, in what's called the third gen story. So we get two little stories here. One is the main story that we're going to be following along that I'll talk about in a minute, and we'll see some preview art for. And then we also have like a world building story, because this is ultimately kind of a superhero book, but not in the way you think. So yeah, Stray Dogs creator TONY FLEECS teams up with the Revival's Tim SEELEY for a series that combines rural crime noir and superhero action. Say that 10 times fast. Once the star recruit of the media sensation super team third gen, Jack Xavier had it all. But when controversy sends Cross Jack crawling back to his mom and dad's basement in the Midwest, Jack struggles to fit in to the world he left far behind, and then the bodies start piling up. So this is not only like a superhero having failed and coming back home story, but we also have the crime part of it, and then just kind of like this mystery of like these murders that begin once the local man comes back. So let's take a look at some preview art here. I think TONY FLEECS just really setting up the scene here with this rural, this rural road and these colors that are very soft. Definitely doesn't feel or look like a superhero book, which I think is what I really would expect. I love that the backgrounds are very bare, very empty, to kind of give us that vastness that that we have Jack sitting in as he's by himself. And then just, you don't often see title cards or like location cards on comics, but I really think this works very well as we see this image of Jack having to walk because the bus isn't coming by back to his parents' house. And what is more defeating that not only having to go back home, but not even having a way to get there. And then I think overall, as we move into the book, the tension starts building up, because we think and we know that something it's like something's going to happen to Jack, but we're not really sure. Also, the way his relationships, how strained it is with his parents, like there are just so many things going incredibly wrong, because we don't know exactly what happened. We don't know how Jack got here. We don't know the reason that Jack had to come back home, but we do get some clues of it. We also get to see third gen, which like I love when we get introduced to like superheroes that are just from this random world, that are specific for the story. And also there's some really fun bits. I don't want to spoil any of them, but there's a couple of things that just kind of seemed weird and just out of place, but they were really funny. So yeah, I think Tim SEELEY and FLEECS are doing just a really fun job setting up this new world with these superheroes and trying to figure out what's going on. And then you turn to that last page and they just hit you with like, oh yeah, by the way, we're also going there. And then you get the backup story of a little bit of third gen, who the characters are. That looks exactly like 90s Image Comics, which definitely you can see there's a lot of influence in this book for that as well. So yeah, this one was a really fun one, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. So let me know what you thought about this issue down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.